This week on Undercover Boss Canada, the nation's #1 pest control company fights foreign infestation.
More and more competitors coming into the Canadian market.
The company is expanding across the country.
We want to be leading the pack. If we don't stay on top of our game, we'll start to lose clients.
Orkin President Gary Muldoon is about to face one of his toughest work weeks ever.
Are you nervous?
A little bit.
So am I.
Ooh.
There's hundreds of them.
But he doesn't like us.
The new fella I'm training is all his fault.
When his week on the front line is over, he'll suit up again and return to HQ to tell these hard workers who he really is.
Was it really?
Seriously.
That was really nice. This is really nice.
With the world economy in a fragile state, top corporations must adapt to survive. The bosses of some of Canada's biggest companies are about to take extreme action. To stay ahead of the game, they're going undercover in their own organizations. Orkin Canada has been dealing with the country's most bothersome creatures for over 50 years. 750 employees service over 60,000 customers per month. The company has benefited from growth of more than $100 million over the past 10 years, thanks in no small part to this man.
I'm Gary Muldoon, and I'm president of Orkin Canada. Our slogan is keeping pests in their place. Pests are out there, and they can include everything from insects to rodents to wildlife, and they're out there in pretty substantial numbers. I think the public has an old perception of pest control technicians that, they're exterminators and that they're running around killing things all day long. However, 99% of the day-to-day activity has little to do with exterminating anything.
That's a good point.
No, I'm the coach, and the players on the field are really the people I have out on the field. But as the coach, if I make the wrong calls, I can affect things in a negative fashion, and I take that home every day. Karen and we just celebrated our 25th anniversary. And she's an absolutely wonderful lady. We've had 3 children. My oldest, his name is Cody. He's 23 years old. My middle daughter is Shannon. She's 19. And my youngest is Erin. She's 17. Shannon is autistic. And, there's an old saying is that special children go to special people. And I think what it's done is that it's really bonded us as a family.
What are we going to do when Dad's away? Want to go shopping?
A lot of people will come into our home and say, my God, I don't know how you people do it. And we look at them and say, it's what we've always done. And I think empathy is a very important characteristic. I think it's very important that my employees are empathetic and that they understand that, it's not only about us. We deal with customers on a daily basis that are in some pretty difficult situations at times. So that's putting a lot more pressure on us as a company. It's a critical time to go undercover. As competition heats up, we know that if we don't stay on top of our game, we'll start to lose market share. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I have something very important to tell you today. As you know, our market is changing. Some of the largest companies in the world are coming here and getting into the pest management business. So I've decided that I'm going to go undercover with our frontline employees.
Wow.
We need to not only safeguard our position in the market, but we need to continue to expand it. As we all know, people are our greatest asset. And I think it's important that we get a better understanding of how they're dealing with all this pressure on them. And, really get some feedback on what we can do to make this company even better.
You're really well known, Gary, across the country. How do you think the disguise is going to work for you?
Hopefully it's going to work very well. While undercover, I'll be using the name Michael Albert. I'm a salesman, and I'm looking to make a change. I will be telling people that I'm being followed by a camera crew as part of a documentary on the pest management industry.
I always loved mustaches, but
With a landscaper.
That's not your actual hairs.
who is I don't think I would recognize Gary walking down the street. I might kind of walk on the other side of the street. I don't believe anybody's going to recognize him. It's a really good disguise. Good luck. I love you.
It's been over 20 years since I've been on a route. It's going to be a challenge. There's no question about that.
Coming up, Gary finds bugs in the system.
So there's hundreds of them.
Good grief. It's a real challenge for me to get control of it.
It does take a little balls to get the job done.
Yesterday, Gary Muldoon was president of Canada's most popular pest control company. Now, he's a regular Joe with a fake rug and stash working in disguise.
Today I'm going to spend the day with a bird and wildlife technician. Bird and wildlife technicians focus on animal removal. It represents about 5% of our existing business, but we see opportunities to be well into the double digits.
Hey,
You must be
good morning.
Steve.
I am. Mike, right?
I'm Michael, yeah.
Nice to meet you,
Nice
Michael.
to
How's
meet
it going?
you too. I'm looking forward to today.
Well, we're going to get you right into it right
Want me to work?
away. So-
Good.
Steve makes an average of 3 to 4 calls a day. He takes care of bird control and the catch and release of possums and raccoons.
Let's see what we got here. The homeowner here has some animals, even some droppings. She left her gate open for us so that we can just get in and check our traps. And no captures on this one.
So what, they walk in to get the bait and...
When they step on this pan back here,
Right.
it simply closes and
Okay.
animal becomes trapped. So let's go check out our next one. We'll get moving. We got lots to do today.
Look, we got a friend
And we
in here,
do have
eh?
one.
Now, what is that? Is that a...
That's our possum.
Oh, you got a possum, okay.
Yeah. He's got his mouth open. He doesn't like us, so
I've never seen a possum in the city. I mean, is this normal, or...?
it's becoming a lot more common. With our cities growing, the amount of activity we're starting to see in raccoons and such seems to be growing all the time and becoming much more of a problem and a nuisance for a lot of homeowners.
What do you do if we got an emergency and we can't get to it?
They'll move to another company.
We
And,
just lose the business?
Yeah, sometimes we do.
In this business, you know, scheduling is very, very important. I hate to hear we might be losing business because we just can't react quickly enough to customers' needs. We know that there's lots of other companies out there that'll be more than happy to do it for us. Orkin has wildlife technicians pretty much all over, right? Like the major markets, they would have
Yeah.
guys like you in?
Yep, but you'll find a little bit of difference with the way different guys do stuff. We don't exactly have specific standards, across wildlife controls, and that kind of makes makes things challenging.
As we get bigger and bigger, it's important that we standardize equipment, standardize procedures, and that's something I want to do when I get back. Yeah, you seem to like animals, I guess.
Yeah, I actually live out in the country, so.
Okay. So do you have families?
I do, yeah. We have 5 boys,
Oh my God.
all under the age of 9.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it can be challenging though.
So what would you do as a family first, you know, like for entertainment and stuff?
I like to teach them a lot about nature, so if it's outside, that's probably what we're doing. So
Okay.
here we are. I think our last one of the day might be the most fun.
Okay.
See that spot right there?
Uh-huh.
That's where the raccoon is.
There's a raccoon in there?
There's a raccoon in there. This is our snare pole. Animal goes into loop. You pull this end. It's gonna tighten. Let's
This
go.
should be fun. All right. Ugh. Good grief. Hopefully this is a happy raccoon.
Did you find him yet? We found him.
We found him.
All right, he's coming this way. Get in there. Almost. Oh, you lost him.
Still again.
It seems Mike's having a little bit of trouble with the snare pole. It's real easy.
When you get close to him, he's pretty quick on his feet. A lot quicker than me.
All right, there he goes, Mike. He's on your side. Get him, get him, get him. We're never gonna catch the thing. You have to get a little closer, Mike. Isn't this fun? Give it a good pull when you got him. Give a good pull. Good pull, good pull. Go, 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 go. Pull, 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 pull. Really tight.
Is that good enough?
Yeah, there he goes. He's fighting. And he peed. Well, watch your hands. Don't get too close. He'll bite you. All right, slide him right in there. We got him.
Oh, that was fun.
Good job. That was awesome. It does take a little bit of balls to get the job done sometimes, and he got in there. He wasn't afraid.
Oh, don't look at me so mean. We can be friends, eh?
Today's captures are going to be given a new lease on life in a safe, secluded, wooded area.
Steve is remarkable, and he's a very, very well-trained, well-educated guy.
Just be careful walking down here. Don't want you slipping with the animal.
But the thing that really impressed me is that he was also very conscious about not hurting the animal, and I respected that, too.
There he
Happy
goes.
trails, buddy. The possum and the raccoon, they were pests, but they're also animals, and they need to be respected that way, and it was nice to see them humanely treated and released into the wilderness again.
Well, that was a good day.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Learned
that's
a lot,
awesome.
too. Thank you
Yeah,
very
good.
much. I think that we can expand this business more and support these guys even more.
Coming up, Gary turns into a pest.
You should be always on alert, always careful. This is not good.
And later, a home invasion.
It's amazing how many insects are under here. There are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. So they're everywhere.
Bug boss Gary Muldoon is on the road, working undercover to find ways to improve life for his staff.
That's where the raccoon is.
There's a raccoon in there?
Yesterday, he wrangled a raccoon.
Go, 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 go. Pull, 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 pull. He's fighting. That's good. All right.
Historically, our business has been commercial. About 15% of our business is in residential. We feel it should be more like 40 or 50%. So we need to look at this market very closely and get a better handle on how we want to expand it, because there is a very, very good opportunity here for us. The residential technician has to be very customer driven. They're dealing with a lot of different customers on a daily basis and a lot of very different problems on a daily basis.
This morning, he's working with Milan, who's been with Orkin since he immigrated to Canada from the former Yugoslavia 20 years ago.
I'm Michael.
Milan. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Two things are crucial in this business. One is technical part of it, other is human part of it. Hi guys.
Hi. Morning.
Orkin Pest Control, you called us?
We did.
So, cockroaches, where do you see them mainly?
Mostly in the kitchen.
Okay, let's go. Main area that you look when you come to a house. People don't know that they can open this and that they can cleaning this. Did you know you can open this?
No.
And come here, Mike.
Is that a roach?
Yes, it is. You found that, my friend.
I got
Good.
one. I found one.
Basically, yes. He has roaches. Oh, shoop, shoop, shoop. You see that dots?
Yeah.
That's a roach business card. Making clients satisfied is the main part of the job. The best tool for that is to be honest. Probably because you have here lots of greasy knives, you should wash them before you put them there, because if you don't, roaches love it.
Yeah.
So they come for a party. They call entire neighborhood for a party because they have lots of food there. A pair of roaches in 1 year can give you 150,000 roaches.
I didn't know that.
So have that in mind. Okay, Max. So I can almost guarantee you that chemicals we have would eliminate your problem.
Milan has very good people skills. He really takes the time to engage with the customers.
That's all. We'll be back in a few minutes.
He
And
really puts them at ease. And also, he's very knowledgeable. They feel very confident in his ability to get rid of the problem. How long have you been in this business for, Lord?
ages. I have university degree in biology, and ever since I finished university, I was involved in pest control. So let's go. So we will apply this gel.
Okay.
So, Mike, here is a gun. Just a little, squeeze it a little. There, in this corner, there in the crack. They have to eat that, and then after that, it works and kills them. Now to roach heaven that we found here, that Max is keeping. A little there, always use it properly. That's the bottom line. Okay, that's about it. If anything else is bugging you, give us a call. Sure. Thanks, Max. Let's go. Others waiting.
I guess we're getting a little behind.
Yeah, it's only because of you. Okay. I always say we should have in these trucks computers to check scheduling, customers, to check bugs if you want.
Right.
Computers is way to go. But as I say, this job is mainly dealing with people. They expect you to have a magic, to have something that they don't. And then you have to relax them, to explain to them your problem can be easily resolved. You're almost their last resort.
Yeah, you said that you had a degree in biology. Right?
Yes.
So that's impressive.
Back home, I was a manager of a company like Orkin.
Have you been back home?
No, long ago I gave up on visiting Europe. I would rather go to Quebec. It has its own different history, and you feel like you were far away when you go to Quebec, although you don't go far away.
Yeah. So when you came here,
yes,
that can't be easy, right? You know.
Yeah, definitely it was hard. It wasn't easy. I have one daughter, and basically what I mostly did for her. I'll stay in Canada, I can tell you that. I'll be killing rats and mice. that's Hello, hello.
Hi.
Orkin Pest Control, you called for wasps?
Yeah, they're upstairs. If you want to follow me in.
Wasps are the second biggest reason residential customers call Orkin for help.
So, you can actually see there's a dead wasp there. We constantly see them here.
You have to put some residual dust with a special applicator in between, dust this area.
Okay, great.
Milan will be wiping out the insects with chemicals he's been specially trained to use.
Now, duster, be careful with dust not going over it. because there is a small kid around and you don't want to leave residual. I can never stress enough how important it is to use chemicals properly. Be careful. Michael, don't pay attention to small details. This is not good. There is a small child there today. You can't spray all over deck where small child will be playing 3 hours after. You did it, think what you did. Be careful, be careful, be careful.
These bulb dusters that we're using can be tricky, and sometimes if you apply too much pressure, it comes out quicker than you want it to.
You have to think whatever you're doing every step of the way, not this. This is not good.
Luckily, we'll be able to clean everything up because there is a child around, and you know, we take that seriously.
Not good.
Now that Gary's mess is completely cleaned up, Milan's relieved.
Place. We are okay. So we are done here, and won't you believe this is the end of our day? Let's go.
I was really impressed with Milan. Sometimes as presidents, we forget just how, you know, how much we should be appreciating these people and what they've accomplished.
It was a pleasure dealing with you.
It was a great day, Milan. Thank you very
job.
much. I really enjoyed it.
Someday will be a good pest control pack. Okay, let's go.
I think we can do a lot more from the technology side of the business. Computers in the service truck's not a bad idea. We need to stay ahead of the other guys, and this is something that would give us an opportunity to do that.
Coming up, undercover boss Gary gets out of control when Roger the dog is on bedbug patrol.
He says, oh no.
In the relationship between Roger and Michael, Roger was the boss.
Pest Control President Gary Muldoon is working incognito to find ways of improving his company. And so far, it's been a wild ride.
Get him, get him, get him! He doesn't like us.
You did it. Think what you did. This is not good.
This afternoon, he's with Dave, who trains dogs to sniff out bed bugs.
4 years ago, we weren't really concerned about bed bugs. Now they're #1 threat. So this is a great opportunity for us. We started 3 years ago with 1 dog, and we're up to about 8 now. I'm looking to expand this service right across the country. Our handlers live with the animals, and right now I'm going to his house to get started.
Hello.
I'm Michael.
Dave, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
Come on in. It's getting cold outside. What I've done here is I've just set up a little training facility for me and the dogs. Basically how it works, the dog gets reinforced for finding bed bugs. In this case, he gets kibble or food.
So bed bug has a particular smell, like say an ant or something like that would have a completely different smell?
So that's where this comes into play. This is called a scent detection wheel. So what we have is in one of here, there's a couple vials. You can see in here, got some live bugs in there.
Oh, they're small, aren't they?
Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll bring them down and I'll just introduce you to them there. You're crazy in the morning. He's a lot of energy, especially first thing.
Roger.
So what I'll get you to do is just go stand over by that wall there.
Okay.
And I'll show you how we do this. You can step here with your right foot, then take a step back halfway, then right foot. I'm asking him to check each one. See? So when he finds the bugs, he's gonna sit, point with his nose. Good, show me. Good, show me. Good boy.
It's amazing. Have you always worked with dogs, Dave?
I've been working with animals professionally for over 20 years now.
20 years.
And I've been doing this off and on for 5 years. So I'm going to give you a chance to do it.
All right.
We're going to see how it goes. He's a little crazy. We'll see what happens.
Here, Roger. Roger. Here. That's a good one. Seek.
Seek. And keep walking. Keep point to it.
Seek.
No,
You
keep
have to
walking.
stop it. Okay.
Yeah. Keep walking. Seek.
Seek.
Good. Keep going. There you go. Good. Show me.
Boy.
You tell him to show me.
Show me.
Good. Now give him some food.
Good boy. We planted several bed bugs, and he never missed one of them. He's very, very good at what he does. And even with me, he was finding them. So that's got to say something about the dog.
The biggest thing is that whole dance, right? So what's happening is, because you're kind of chalky, you're just kind of stop, start. Just doesn't know really what's going on, why you're stopping and starting.
The footwork's a little bit more difficult than what it looks like. At least it is for me. And if you've ever seen me dance, you'd understand it.
Michael's making it confusing for Roger. He's having a hard time calming him down and keeping him focused on his job rather than focused on playing with him. You ready to go to our first account?
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Okay, sounds good.
Let's go.
Bed bugs, they seem to be just increasing, and the benefits of the dog team, finding them fast and in areas that a normal human couldn't find them. The key is trying to catch them early, and that's where the dog and I come in.
The Canine Inspection Unit runs monthly preventative visits to homes in high-risk areas.
Are you finding you're getting more and more calls?
Yes. Bed bugs are still on the rise here. With the dog stuff, I see long term. There's a lot of teams out there that aren't working correctly right now, and I want everybody to work properly so it doesn't give the dogs a bad name.
Right. Now, what is this next call? Is it?
It's a senior society. Most of them don't remember my name, but they know the dog's name, and you know the dogs at least put a pretty face on a horrible or an ugly problem.
Mm-hmm. Dave was the pioneer in bringing the canine detection unit teams to the company, and I think there's a lot of opportunity with our company, and I think Dave can really help us as we move this thing further and further. Let's go. Okay. Also, the relationship he has with his canine is terrific.
We're gonna give him some water real quick.
I guess he's kind of almost like family to you, eh?
He totally is, yeah. He lives with us all the time, goes everywhere with me. I work out of town a fair bit.
Do you have any children?
One on the way, actually.
Oh, congratulations.
Very soon on the way.
No, I remember my first, and it was nerve-wracking. Now, do you know what sex the baby's going?
We're having a boy.
You're having a boy?
Yeah.
Another little Orkin man.
Maybe.
Well, congratulations. I think that's just terrific.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, it should be all right. For now, what we're gonna do is head on in, and we'll see how you do. Hey, Glenn, how are you?
Hi, pretty good, pretty good.
So we're just gonna do our normal check.
Go ahead,
Have you seen any bugs?
No, you know
any?
me, I know watching.
You tell me, right?
Yeah, I'll tell
okay.
you.
All right, well, we're just gonna check stuff around.
Yeah.
Search.
Try to keep him focused on what he's looking for.
Here, Roger. That's a good.
Michael is missing a lot of spots.
He missed the whole edge there. Bring him back to do the cupboards. Forget about the baseboard heaters. We'll spin him around again. He missed the closet altogether.
So I'm having to make him go back and recheck and recheck.
He's on your wrong side. So here, step away again, and you're gonna come in the relationship between Roger and Michael. Roger was the boss. Okay, he didn't search all that well in there. He missed quite a few different spots. So I'm gonna take over now.
You know, I need a lot more work with Roger before I could get anywhere near as good as what Dave is with him. Because Dave is just so fluid with him. But the job is different, and it does require a unique skill set. Let's go, Rich.
So that's it for here.
Okay.
It was all clear.
Okay,
No
good.
bed bugs found, which is fantastic. And we'll just load him up here.
I think this service has opportunities, and I really think we have to look at bringing it under one central management structure. And I was very impressed with Dave today. I think he's got a lot of potential.
Well, that's it for the day. It's all dark now. So thank you very much for coming today.
Oh, I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much for putting up with me. That was a fantastic day.
It was
I
good.
Really learned a lot. I really think we can, expand this service much better than what we have right now.
Coming up, Gary gets some career advice.
I don't want to tell him he has to lose weight or anything, but Michael needs to get up and go.
And later, an uncomfortable discovery.
All human blood in there.
This guy's being eaten alive, literally.
Gary Muldoon is a boss undercover.
Yeah, there he goes. He's fighting. That's good.
We should have in these trucks computers.
In the relationship between Roger and Michael, Roger was the boss.
Today I'm in St. John's, Newfoundland. This is the oldest city in Canada and also a major port. So it has some unique pest management challenges from our perspective. This is one of our fastest growing branches, and I want to make sure our home office is supporting them in every way we can. Would you be Tina?
Yes, hi, how are you?
I'm Michael.
Hi, Michael. I guess we'll get on to go. Are you nervous?
A little bit.
So am I.
Tina is one of the first female technicians hired by the company in the Atlantic provinces.
Make sure you lock your door.
Okay.
So if you like, you can go ahead and you can see if you can find some devices for me.
Orkin technicians place traps in specific areas to control pests.
Here's a device. I'm looking under equipment and looking for traps and things like that. Here's another one. I don't know if it's a combination of age or being soft on an office job for the last 20 years or so. But what I've noticed is that it's hard on your knees to constantly bend down and kneel down. Maybe there's padding that can go into the uniforms. Maybe there's a different pant we should be looking at. But I really think it's an opportunity for us to make things better. Do you have other companies here, other pest management companies?
Yes, we do. Actually, we have more companies coming in, and they'll price them lower than what we're pricing them for the same service. You got to be constantly on your game, yeah, and be good at what you do.
We invest a lot in our technicians. Our training programs, for example, are state-of-the-art. Our technicians are paid more because we want to attract quality people. So a lot of times when smaller companies come in and give a lower price, that's the only way that they can compete with us. But as we all know, you get what you pay for.
Do you know what we do with white peas? They're on the seat.
Oh, they're on the seat?
Yeah, we locked ourselves out. Lori, Tina, get Sony and run me down the spare key to this truck, will you, on Water Street? The new fella I'm training is all his fault. Bye.
Take a load off your feet, Tina.
Oh, yeah. I'm waiting for Sonia to come with the key.
Yeah. You have children?
I have 2 kids.
2 kids?
My girl is 20, and my baby is 2.5.
That's quite a spread in age, right?
It is a spread in age, yeah, but I had Stephanie when I was young. It was a bit of a challenge, but I wanted to prove to everyone that I can do this. I can do it on my own. So I did it on my own. I went and found work that I was a female going into a man's world. You don't see many females chasing mice or rats all day long, but you get used to it, and then you find yourself you're chasing after them more so than running away from them, so it's very challenging. I feel there should be a lot more women in this industry. I find that women are more nosier and are going to look at things different than what men will. Thank you. So I guess we'll get ready now. We'll go to our next account.
Okay.
We're going to be really quick. We just lost a bit of time because I locked the keys out the truck.
Tina felt bad about locking the keys in her truck, but we got it back in there and we got back on the road. But when she finds out who I really am, it's probably going to bother her a little bit more. Have you got the keys?
I got the keys.
All righty.
So, Michael, remember I was telling you about our competition in the area?
Right.
Well, this is one of my accounts that they targeted. And look.
Oh, we got a mouse. Well, your traps are working.
We'll take this out. I'll show you how to use the scanner. So this is our barcode. And then you're going to go activity, put in one mouse, and then you'll go scan another one.
So that collects all the data, so that's okay.
That collects all the data, yeah.
The Smart Scan system is new technology for Orkin Canada. It collects all the data for our customers and gives them an immediate response right after the service is done.
Not really fond of that system.
You're not fond of this system?
No, not at all.
Why is that?
I find it slows you down because you have to input everything. A lot of times when I come in here, it won't scan because there's no service. You hold out your cell phone now, you got no service.
Tina's given me fresh feedback. Like, I never would have thought that a concrete building, for example, would give us the problems that it's giving us. Yeehaw, we got another one.
Point this right here,
Right.
and just hit the yellow button. So now you're going to fill out the information that it tells you to do. Now always keep your traps clean.
I got these new glasses and I'm having trouble seeing this.
Okay, so that's something where you can bring back to the IT department. You know, I wear glasses, and I find this very small. Find it more of a nuisance. Come on, hope you don't think I'm rushing you too much.
It's a real challenge for me to keep up to Tina because she moves very quickly, faster than I do.
Run a little bit. You know, I don't want to tell him he has to lose weight or anything, but Michael needs to get up and go because sometimes it's challenging.
Well, how many calls would you do in a day?
I like to try to do 18,
Right.
but with the Smart Scan,
Right.
it kind of slows you down a bit more.
Over 1,200 ships go through the port of St. John's every year, carrying cargo that could include disease-ridden rats, vermin, and mice. To get rid of them, more aggressive chemically treated bait is needed.
Lunch happened, right?
So welcome to St. John's Harbor.
Do you see a lot of rats around here, Tina?
If you were to come here in the nighttime, you would probably see a rat.
So what's the biggest rat you've ever seen?
We caught one time. It was about 16 inches, probably that big.
Jeez.
If you like, I'll get you to check this one.
Okay. Down here at the harbor, these rats can get out of control very quickly.
And what you want to do is exchange that piece of bait that's been gnawed on.
Okay. When we looked at our traps, there was activity, so they're here. Dinner is served. Is this pretty powerful stuff?
A mouse will probably have to have a couple feedings, and then a rat's going to have multiple feedings because it's bigger.
Okay. So these ships travel all over the world. You ever want to jump on one and go somewhere?
If I was to go anywhere, I would want to go on a cruise down around Alaska.
I hear it's
They
beautiful.
say the cruise is beautiful. Yeah, really nice.
All right.
We'll have
Another one?
Do you want to get this one too?
Sure.
Perfect. I love having a buddy.
Let's see here.
The quicker you check this one, the quicker we're finished, Michael.
Okay, and then lock her up.
The day is done.
Yeehaw!
I hope you enjoyed your day. It was nice meeting you.
I had a great time.
I really look forward to seeing you again, actually, if you ever want a job.
Well, I'll use you as a reference.
You can use me as a reference.
Tina's a wonderful, wonderful technician. She's a really hard-working girl, a true professional. I've picked up a lot of ideas to make this better for all of my employees and for the business itself.
Coming up.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, infestation-wise, what would you give this?
10.
And later, These hard workers are summoned to HQ, and they're going to love what they're about to catch.
I'm Gary Muldoon. I'm president of Orkin Canada.
Really?
Seriously.
Undercover boss Gary Muldoon is inspecting his workforce in a way that's never been possible before.
Did it think what you did? This is not good.
Don't get too